Brave girl who had no plane going to Manila. Nagpapart siya from Batanes to Manila.
Yeah, cargo vessel.
Private vessel.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you know the drill. 30
Is this
seconds
on?
per 30 seconds per question or statement.
Mhm.
So in 30 seconds, tell us something about yourself.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Jan Alexis Alcano. I am an Ivatan, an indigenous person, and I am a painter and a freelance makeup artist as well. So I'm very much into the visual arts. And the thing about it is that I can trigger people's emotions just by targeting their sense of sight. And I think that's very cool.
What is one beautiful word in Ivatan?
Magsal or ichagsal. That means you are proud of who you are and of where you come from. So me, ichagsal ko kaibatan ko. I am proud of being an Ivatan.
What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Sorry, one
One learning experience that
learning
you had as a
experience.
child that made so much impact.
I think as a child, because I'm the eldest child in the family, and I had to learn to be responsible at an early age. So that is my learning experience. My whole childhood, I was taught to be responsible at an early age, to be independent, and to know how to take care of my own self.
And then, what is that one major lesson that you learned from your experiences during the pandemic?
One major lesson would be that anything can happen. So we have to expect the unexpected all the time. And so we must live in the moment, be who we are and where we are, and enjoy that. Um, Maximize everything that we have right now and just learn to enjoy life as it is.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
Okay, so if I win the crown as an indigenous person and coming from a humble background, I know what it's like to be deprived of opportunities. And being where I stand right now, it took a lot of courage, rejections, and struggles. So if I win Miss Universe Philippines, I would use this perfect platform to be able to help create more opportunities, to raise projects for my fellow indigenous people so that no one else would have to struggle for an opportunity anymore.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
The phenomenal woman. I think that would be blue because it's vibrant. It it's strong color, but it also looks calm at the same time. So I think that's what a phenomenal woman should be. You should stay composed. You should be calm all the time, but you are strong and powerful.
You know, Batanes is one place that I've been wanting to go, but
Yeah.
never had the chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, if what spot, place you in Batanes you'd like to promote in the world to know?
Okay. So um, every corner you turn in Batanes is scenic. And I'm not saying this because I come from there, but it's true. But my favorite spot would be Marlboro Country, or in locally we call it Raku Apayaman, which means wide pasture. And the thing is, it really is wide, and you can see the Pacific Ocean. You can see the beautiful Mount Iraya, the hills, rolling hills, and also the cows and carabos grazing the grass. I think it's
It's that beautiful.
yeah,
You need more time
yeah,
to explain it. Pero, ano na, I can envision it from what
yes,
you can say.
yes.
So, ano naman, on the other side naman, no, in the real world now, no? So, in the new norm, it's work from home.
Yes.
So what do you think are the skills that we need to be able to, adapt to this new norm, to this new workplace of the future? So ano yung mga new skills na, ano mga skills na ito?
Definitely, we have to learn how to be flexible with our skills, time management, definitely, and how to juggle between your personal life and your work. So we have to learn how to set our focus because there's going to be a lot of distractions because we're in a new setting, a new environment. So you have to learn how to set your focus on a specific goal that you want to achieve.
There's a campaign to hashtag love local.
Mhm.
So what local product would you promote and why?
Okay. So while I was in Batanes, I recently did a shoot for turmeric tea. So I think that's what I want to promote because nowadays, with the virus going around and still in our country, it's still prominent. So I think I'd like to promote that, the turmeric tea, because it has good benefits for the body, as well as boosting our immune system, which is very essential nowadays.
And lastly, you mentioned focus earlier. What is that one thing you think that young people should focus on?
One thing that young people should focus on, that would be their purpose. Because right now we all need to focus on our purpose. We all need to unite to make this world a better place because we really need the cooperation, the unity. We don't need the indifference, the hate. We have to disregard all our differences to be able to unite. That's all.
Thank you. I'd like you to tell your story lang of how you came to Manila. Can
Okay.
you say that, like in a few lines lang, how
A few
the
lines.
struggle of traveling to Manila and this is a part of the question. So I
Mhm.
just need it for the,
Okay.
I just need your story.
Okay. So I was all set and booked for a flight on the October 7th. But a few days prior to my flight, there was a confirmed or recorded case, first ever recorded case of COVID in Batanes. So with that, the next day, the government decided to impose new guidelines for the province, and that included banning all commercial flights. So that means my flight was canceled, and I was actually fretting because there's no other way out of the province than air transportation. So we immediately, I personally reached out to Sir Jonas so that I could have a letter sent to our governor and to the Coast Guard because we need their permission for me to be able to board a cargo vessel because it's not really allowed for a passenger to board a cargo vessel for security and safety purposes. But that's the only choice that I had, and it was a risk that I was willing to take. I was actually scared of deep waters, but I had to disregard all the fears just so I can get here to where I am right now, standing in front of all of you.
Why is it important for you to come here?
Because this serves a great purpose for me, being here, a contender of Miss Universe Philippines and representing Batanes. We rarely get to represent Batanes in a national pageant scene. And I would like to promote not just Batanes as a place, but the Ivatans. I want to embody that resilience that we speak of. And I want to prove to people that we really are who we claim to be, resilient people.
Hi! Hello po. Yes po. Okay po.
Pwede mong Tagalog dito.
Opo.
Kung hindi mo naiintindihan yung tanong sa English, pwede okay lang din. Gusto namin yung talagang mas authentic.
Yes po.
Wala pa 30 seconds kasi may time limit tayo. Tell us something about yourself. Sabihin mo yung tungkol sa sarili mo.
Okay
hindi
po.
na kailangan namin malaman.
Okay, hello po. I am Mabuhay. I am Natalia Ursia po. I am from the province of Batangas po, and I am born and raised po sa Patabungkay Beach Resort. We also have our own cottage po. Then, doon po kami kumukuha din na aming mga pinag for everyday po namin.
Anong magandang salita sa Batanggenyo na gusto mong sabihin?
For Batanggenyo po na salita, it's more on Filipino po talaga na language. Like, more on po kasi kami sa punto. Like, siguro po, kaganda ka na re. Like, ang ganda mo, kaganda ba ng binibining are? Yung ganyan po. Like, more on punto kami, yung ad po namin ng mga for puntos nga po. So yun. So yun nga. Then the reason why po kaya pag minsan may mga Batanggay niya na if pupunta sila ng Manila or for school po, like me po, nag-college po ako sa Parañaque. So may mga Batanggay niya na, okay, sorry. Nagpapalit ng like, okay.
Next question, something about your past. So, what one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact?
I am from a broken family. So, kaya ko pong kaya ko maging independent in the young age. So, I'm become a working student po. Nagwo-work po ako while nag-school. So, naging independent po talaga ako. Naging strong independent woman po ako in a young age.
Next, so what one major lesson did you learn
Um,
during this pandemic?
This pandemic, I learned po na kailangan yung mga mahal po natin sa buhay, kailangan nag-attach po tayo sa kanila within, and also po yung faith po natin kay God, yung faith po natin na we can through with this pandemic, with this yung mga problema po natin yun. Kailangan po talaga may faith tayo kay God and we can come forward po.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
If I will win the crown po, I would like to use my voice po para po yung sa mga kagaya ko po, I am from a poor family po, so I would like to help my tourist destination, which is Matabungkay Beach Resort, na mas mag-grow po yung mga tourist spot po, yung mga marine conservation, which is my advocacy. I want to help my beach po, with not my beach lang po, but with all the Philippines po.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenon woman?
For me po is white, because po white is like optimistic po, pagiging, and also it helps I think po white then dahil po it will helps it looks like being strong, independent woman. Yun lang po.
Di ba narinig natin ngayon kadalasan yung salitang work from home?
Work from home,
Di
okay.
ba narinig natin yung ano sa palagay mo yung skills na kailangan nating develop sa makabagong norm na to,
Okay.
sa workplace natin, sa trabaho natin? Ano yung mga skills na kailangan natin?
Okay po. I believe po, and I also need po, is yung communication skill po. Yun po. Medyo nahihirapan pa din po ako sa communication skills po. But I really need to develop, and the other po ng communication skill and the technology po, kung paano po nila handle yung technology, yung the new normal po, yun po. Kaya,
Sige, ito naman, on the lighter side,
okay po.
anong lugar, anong spot, man-made man or natural
Okay.
sa Batangas ang ipopromote mo?
Okay po, it's Balsa po. Yun po yung festival namin, Balsa Festival. Every April po, nagse-celebrate po kami na Balsa Festival. So I want to promote as a local po from Batangas, I want to promote our Balsa Festival and our Balsa, the floating raft.
Next April, ha?
Opo, punta po kayo. Maghahanda po ako para sa inyo. Opo.
Batangas ka.
Magbalsa po tayo doon, then mag-barbecue. Yes po.
Nakita mo na, may hashtag na love local.
Opo, love local po talaga.
Anong local product ang gusto mo i-promote at bakit?
Ang gusto ko po talaga i-promote is yung handicraft po or food po ng mga Batanggenyo or ng Filipinos po. Because we all know as globally, artistic.
Last question na lang, sa tingin mo, saan dapat mag-focus ang mga young people like you? Anong something dapat?
I believe po dapat po maging entrepreneur po tayo. For me po, kasi po I'm doing my online business po, my event po, I'm freelance model. So I want to know po na mga youth like me po na kailangan mas enhance po sila sa entrepreneur po and the business para in the young age po, hindi po sila mas sa family nila o sa parents nila for financial support. Yun po.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Are you, okay ka naman?
Yes po.
Fun pa? Or
Uh,
napagod? Pagasyat?
I got tired because I got lost along the way.
So, yung rule, 30 seconds lang for statement or answer. Starting with, tell us something about yourself.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Skelly Ivy, Florida, and I am an only child. I grew up without a father, and I was also raised by a single mother. When I was a child, honestly, I experienced being bullied, but because of how my mother raised me, I know that I should be confident with myself. And with that, I know that she raised me to become a better person right now. And that's why I am also here.
What is one beautiful word in your local language? Then what does it mean? One beautiful word lang. At anong ibig sabihin?
I think it's guapa. It means beautiful because it really gives confidence to, especially the ladies who don't feel confident with themselves. And when you say it to them, like you say, hello, guapa, and then they just smile and then they think that they're really beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Thank you.
Next question. So, what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Honestly, it's as I said a while ago, I experienced being bullied and I overcome that. And now that I am confident with myself, I also want others to feel the same way too. To be, for me to be an inspiration to others now that I am here.
Here naman something more recent. So, what is the most important lesson that you learned during the pandemic?
I think the most important lesson I've learned is patience because everything right now is delayed. And right now, we need to be patient on the specific goals that we want to go or wherever we want to go. And now that if we really have patience, we know that we can achieve those goals that we want to do in the near future.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
Winning Miss Universe, I mean, it's being a voice, a spokesperson, and a symbol of hope to everyone. And also as an influencer, I'm going to use this because I know that I can communicate to different organizations with the things that I can do, especially during this pandemic, to help people who really needs help in these times of the pandemic. And that's all.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
It's yellow because it's bright and you can really see it that easily.
You mentioned about being an influencer. Um, what can you name a spot or whether it's a man-made or natural spot in Biliran that you would like to promote to the world?
I would think of Tomalistis Falls. It's located in the Kaibiran place in Biliran. It is actually known as the world's sweetest water in the Guinness Book of World Records before. So I really want people to go there and really taste the water in there so that they would know how sweet it is. I mean, I've been there and I really love it in there because it's like a waterfalls near the ocean. So it's like you're gonna swim in the waterfalls and then it's the ocean right there.
We've been hearing the word work from home this past few months. What do you think are the skills that an individual or a person should develop in what we call the workplace of the future?
I think the skills that we develop there is it's like you learn more, especially on the techie stuff in the computer, especially in the old generation that they have less knowledge about that. And I think it's a one of the good things that people should learn about, especially for the older generations. And it is one of the things that the younger generations could have more. Sorry.
Thank you for your advice. Thank you talaga. Tinamaan ako doon, but I love it. Thank you. But you're right. Thank you.
At least you have more bondings with the younger generations. They can teach you.
Babanding kami sila.
I'm not too familiar with Biliran, but
Yes.
you know this campaign, hashtag Love Local.
Yes.
So what local products would you want to promote and why?
It's the food. We have there a suman. Our suman is kind of different because we have like different flavors. Like we have mango, chocolate, ube, and I think that's kind of unique. It's one of the unique stuff in Biliran.
And lastly, what is that one thing that you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on our future goals because we need to set something that we think that's good for us and not just for us, but also for the community. We need not to think about ourselves only, but especially now in the pandemic, we need to like help one another so that we can be better in the near future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting yung false yun ako pwede ibote.
It's really interesting. It's really great there.
Ilang taon ka na?
21 po.
Graduate ka na ng college.
I'm just waiting for the graduation because it's pending because of the pandemic. Bawal po kasi face-to-face na events in our place pa. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone.
So, along 30-second rule,
Yes, I was informed by Angel.
even with the first question that I'll ask you, tell us something about yourself.
Hello, my name is Pauline Cucharo Amlings. I'm your Boholana Belgian from, of course, the beautiful province of Bohol. My dad is a Belgian and I'm Filipina. So I'm like a mix of both cultures in one, and I'm very excited to be here today.
What is one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean?
I would like to choose the word puhon. It means hopefully. It's a word that we use whenever we talk about something that is going to happen in the future. Like, I'm going to join Miss Universe Philippines, puhon, hopefully, with God's blessing.
Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made much impact on you?
One learning experience I had as a child was that I had to not be shy when it comes to myself and when it comes to my body and my capacities. I was very shy, always in the corner. But my mom and my dad always kept telling me, you have to really be out there. That's the only way for you to grow. That's the only way for you to shine.
And then, what is that one major lesson that you learned during this pandemic?
Whew. I think I learned so many things from cooking to planting. But I think one thing that I really learned is how interconnected everything really is. From the animal world to the human world, from communities, inter-province. And I think that just reminds me of the fact that we all play a part in fighting this pandemic and that we can all rise together.
Well, if you win the crown, how will you help your community?
I would want to be a spokesperson and a rallying point to bring people together in meaningful conversation and together look for solutions. And I think that with this platform of influence, that's something I can really do.
What color symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Oh, that's very interesting. For this moment, I would like to choose pink. Pink is the color that would symbolize me as a phenomenal woman. And pink is also something that you will have to watch out for during my performances for preliminary or evening gown. I'm not going to mention which one, but I'll just tell you that. And it's also my favorite color. I have an emotional relation with that color because every time my dad would give me gifts, it would always be something pink.
I'm excited to see all your pink outfits in the next few days.
Yes.
I'm also excited to find out.
Yeah.
So if given a chance to promote to the world a spot, whether man-made or natural in Bohol, what would it be?
I would have to choose the Lobok River Cruise. The Lobok River, I don't know if you've tried it. I hope that you've had. You tried it? So hopefully then you agree with me. The Lobok River Cruise is really one of the more amazing things that you can do in Bohol. It's not just good food, it's not just you being on that river cruise, but it allows you to interact with the locals in dance and in song. And every time I'm there, I always make it a point for me to dance a tinikling with the locals, even though I risk getting my feet hurt with the bamboo. But it's really one of the things I would want everyone to know about here in Bohol.
Let's go on the work side now. No? That's recreation. Now let's go to the work side. We've been hearing the word work from home.
Yes.
So, what do you think are the skills that we need to develop for the workplace of the future, as we call it?
Whew, I have worked from home also during the first few months of the pandemic. I'm sorry, it's a bit cold. During the first few months of the pandemic, and I think patience is one thing that we all need to work on ourselves, especially with the internet connection that we have at home. There's so many times that I've had meetings and then my internet connection would fade out and then I wouldn't hear the rest of it. I think patience above everything else is something that we need to work on. And from then on, we at least have the clear mind to work on everything else.
There's a campaign called #LoveLocal.
Okay.
So if you had a local product that you had to promote, what would it be? And
It would definitely be raffia from Tubigon Loom Weavers. I'm not wearing it at the moment. I will be wearing it for one of the segments.
So one of the things that I would also look forward to see.
Definitely, yes.
think raffia.
I'm not going to indulge any more information about that, but raffia is really a product that's from my hometown in Tubigon. And it really takes so many people to make a raffia roll. And there's so much thought and effort that goes into it. And it's a beautiful product with so many possibilities.
What is one thing that you think young people should focus on?
At the moment, it's really staying strong and continuing their dreams of educating themselves, even during these pandemic times. We all are having a hard time, but that doesn't mean that our dreams, our passions are canceled. They're just on hold. And I think that they all need to have hope in their hearts to continue what they're dreaming on and to somehow make their dreams still come true.
Thank you.
Very nice
Thank you
talk.
too. Thank you. It's Igorot inspired. Yes. Thank you.
Not very well.
Not very warm indeed. I'll take that into consideration next time.